Hello there everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are back here on Sandy Bay Public Works. Also, I would like to apologise for there being no video yesterday. I was, to put it quite simply, way too busy and didn't have any backed up. So yeah, as I said, I do apologise about that. So, we're going to go and cut the rest of the rafters off, I think. And then we've got another big job. It's like camera. And when I say big job, I mean big job. Why won't it do that? Who knows, it just won't let me use it with the control panel. Oh well. Right, so also I'd like to apologise if you hear any wind noise. Obviously I can't help that. You're going to hear that a fair bit quite often. Because well, it's coming to winter and where I live, winter is very noisy wind-wise. So yeah, I do apologise, but it's just going to be what happens. You know, can't be helped. And yeah, once we've gotten some of these rafters cut away, and then our next job after that will be actually going and getting the mini digger and the grab, and we'll bring this, some of the stuff out here, and we'll probably move skip kind of the better place as well, and then we'll load the skip up. Because well, obviously we do need to get that done. So yeah, as I said, it's gone pretty quick. I was going to say pretty well, and then I've just fallen off. But this wood is quite easy to cut through because it isn't nearly that thick, so that is kind of pluses about this job. One does also have its negatives. Obviously. One of them being FPS does drop a fair bit from it. And also when we are collecting the rafters with the mini digger, then what we'll have to do is basically we will have to take just a little bit of wall out before we can start at all, because well, obviously if we don't, it's going to be difficult to get the digger in. Oh, sorry about that. I should probably mute my phone. Don't know how I forgot to do that today. Normally I don't. Yeah, I sometimes do. But that is actually quite rare for me to forget. Mainly because I normally record once I come back from school and the phone has been muted in school. So obviously that's kinda speeds things up for me, not having to go and mute my phone. Only by about 2 seconds. But still, you know, at least normally I remember, but for some reason I unmuted it just before coming in recording, because I'm smart. There we go. Yeah, some of them really don't want to be cut through, and then some of them they go fine. I probably should be using the cherry picker, health and safety wise, but you know, we're managing like this. Admittedly, if we fall, it'll hurt, but you know, we've got plenty of grip on this. Well, obviously, wood is quite a grippy material. Yeah, finding stuff to speak about for this kind of thing is actually a lot more difficult than you'd think. So I am kind of half struggling here. Like to think of things to say, but well, I'm managing. So, finished up the duties of the week there. Yeah, I suspect it didn't work. Okay, so that is all of the roofing cut away. I also have to get this bits that stick out here, but most of it's fine. I should probably move the cherry picker, or whatever you guys want to call it, the genie, that's what I call it because that's the brand, out of the way. Don't remember yet, it's that control. So I'm just gonna set it here, and then I think, most normally I would just use kind of smaller trailer. Considering we already have the truck up here, I feel like that's what we're gonna use. Also, I'm being asked by the company that I'm demolishing for, because this is actually being demolished, so that they can make, what was it, something to do with the lighthouse. I'm actually being asked to make a lay-by at the other side as well, which might be a bit awkward, but I'm sure we can do. So I should probably make that at some point, but probably after the demolition. Can we do it? Oh. Okay, not to skip over it, not all of it, like half of it. There we go. Right. I'm trying to get kind of more over the area that it should be in, but that's good enough. So we're just repositioning the skip, and then obviously we'll be heading down to the yard. Oh no, I'm pressing the wrong dial. I'm smart like that. So, actually, before we get the digger, I should probably make a number to kind of cut away the hole for the digger. Just thinking about that would be a kind of logical idea. Actually, I should probably turn anything back on. But I'm not sure, but I might also end up getting the contract to. Well, actually, I have to do it being a bit further forward. Actually, nah, that needs to be way further forward because I need to be able to get. But yeah, what I was trying to say is I'm hoping that we might actually be able to get the contract for doing like the building of whatever it is that are building here. Well, I think the chances of that are fairly unlikely, considering, well, you know, they'll probably want specialist stuff because you know, it's something to do with our water systems, and obviously that is all kind of important, and most of it will be kind of to do with plumbing as well. So obviously it's water. You know, don't really do demolition with water very often, or any construction or paving. I mean, to make sure that they're gonna have it on, yeah, it's quite possible, but still. Yeah, I feel like the chance of me getting it is quite low, isn't it? Right, so I need to cut away this frame up here. And that's actually coming out of there. And there, can I try and... Yeah, it's fairly heavy, but I can just about slide that. There we go, just so I can actually get in here better. Don't want the whole side of the house to collapse, so I'm just going to cut from here. And cut this bit out. So this is getting kind of awkward. Honestly, we don't have to worry too much about getting the digger in, because if needs be, it can lift itself. I think, yeah, we'll lift some of this into the skip, I think. Obviously, the skip isn't going to hold a ton of wood, but, you know, it should hold a bit of what we've got, hopefully. Plus, we can always make multiple runs. You know, that isn't not going to hurt us. Also, this is all strappable with straps on top, luckily, which will help us a fair bit. So yeah, that little bit of wood at the bottom of it shouldn't really hurt us. So now, obviously, we need to turn around to go and get the machine. I believe it's a John Deere 50G that we've got. So it should be good. And also after this plan set up a new series that will be replacing the Euro Truck series. And I know that it is kind of annoying that we're replacing it, but it's just getting kind of awkward now due to me having the wheel and it's not working with the wheel because I'm having issues. So obviously, it is going to be a lot of wood to kind of move around, and it will probably take a fair bit considering, you know, well, the bucket, I mean not bucket, the grab, it won't hold an awful lot, but it will hold, don't know, it'll hold a bit, but still not a lot. But you shouldn't really expect it to hold a lot because it is just a tiny digger. But it's a good digger as well. Obviously base is just here, but I can see the digger. And I believe we will have to actually move the pot plane. As it, I believe, is in the way of the grab. Actually, we might be able to grab it from the side. Don't know, will we? Yeah, actually, we might just... yeah, what we're going to do is lift the pot plane's arm. That'll be just what all we need to do, I think. There we go. So, pull that up for. That should hopefully be plenty. And I believe it's that button. No, it's getting what handle to use. Because it's not actually on the door. So we'll hop in the Deere. Wait a second, start. Yeah, it's actually just part of the shed. Okay. Okay, I'm still getting used to all the controls. Well, I haven't really used this digger at all. I have the tiniest bit. Honestly, we do have to be careful with the grab. It isn't gonna be exactly the world's strongest thing, but it'll still have a fair bit of strength. You know, don't think that picking the digger up with it will damage it, but it could. So we will avoid picking up the old digger with that. Well, I don't remember it's So this is the zero tail swing model, as you can see. which actually looks quite weird, but at the same time I do quite like it. Plus, it isn't really about looks, it's more about functionality, which this thing's got a lot of. Right. Hoping that that'll be close enough, is it? No, because it's been knocked over and I can't pick it up, obviously. Right, so that's just got a grab on at least. So kind of move this back, and then obviously we'll get Pocklin's boom back done. Pocklin's actually a really nice setup because it's a trailer with all the buckets as well. Right, engine is on. But you do have to be careful because you can't actually damage the machine with the bucket fitted, because it can come down and hit here. And the arm has enough force to break through it because it's quite rusted. Actually, that's got a lot longer to reach than I remember. As I'm sure you guys know, this thing has plenty of kind of issues, as I've mentioned, like power-wise, getting up on the trailers. But this is actually a good trailer for it because the ramps are actually quite low. In real life it's quite realistic, but in FS it's more annoying not being able to drive it up most trailers. So obviously you don't have a big, massive choice, like you can get a fair bit, but you know, going onto websites and stuff, and it is quite a struggle actually. Right. So I think we might just about be able to, just about be able to start making some progress with moving the wood. Uh oh, here comes a tractor. Surprised he stopped. Sorry, Mr. Police Officer. Don't mind me blocking the road. Oh, one bit of speed. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Scooter. You're so useful. Yeah, I really don't like the AI in this. Oh no, I've gotten stuck. And the wheel loader's coming. Kinda wish I turned in the yard now. Won't really matter if we tear some of this grass up, because eventually we'll be using some machinery and getting all the grass taken off of it, turn it into a trailer parking area. Yeah, this has really gone well for me, hasn't it? Okay, so we've finally gotten out of there. That's quite late, taking about 10 in-game minutes, at least. Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm hoping to make a 6 lashes series to replace your lift truck, which is going to be similar to the Darkwing's survival roleplay. You know, we'll be kind of making differences, but still not a lot of differences. Like for example, Field 51, that's going to be a lot smaller. Well, whatever field, I think it was 51. Whatever one it is next to the farm. Like, we're gonna own hardly any of it. And I think I'm also gonna add some scrap around the yard, that kind of thing. So it will be different, so it won't exactly be a knockoff, but it will be similar at the same time, if that makes sense. So yeah, the deer really does look good in this. So obviously it's good getting to bring it up to the construction site. Not demolition site, because it is going to make life so much easier. Like even just lifting wood, you know, if you were to lift it all by hand, it would take quite literally ages, like years. You know, more like hours, but still, like at least 10 hours, I think. Whereas with this, it won't take anywhere near as long, because, well, obviously, pieces won't have to be so small, stuff like that. But I better undo the chains better. So that should be the digger now release. Alright, good. Not sure, is this? No, this isn't. Hazards, alright. Okay. I'm actually going to operate with the beacon light on, because, well, obviously there is a fair bit of kinda, what's it called, like, there's a fair bit of traffic that could go by due to the lighthouse, because obviously it's a visitor attraction, which, I mean, it does make it possible for traffic. I mean, it isn't exactly likely that it will see much, but it's still possible, so just for our own safety, beacons will remain on. Good job, already damaged for grab, probably. At least knocked it, not really damaged it, but still. So obviously, skip is already fairly full, so it's quite a bulky material wood. Oh, that's gone well for me. I've forgotten that whilst there may be no tail swing, there is still going to be a boom in front. What on earth is it they're getting caught on that's causing us to be unable to lift that very easily? Well, I mean, we're getting it kind of higher now, but still not that great of a height. Obviously, it is a bit of a struggle, as you can see, to get all the wood. Obviously, we will always be taking one at a time. It's just kind of trying to gain access. which is, if you ask me, probably the most difficult part of this job is access-wise. It's going to be a big pain. So obviously, it's a nice kind of different style of machine to use, because, well, I don't think I've ever used a mini digger on the series before. If I want any wood hanging out at any direction, it's out the back, because then it can't actually strike the truck, and obviously won't go through any windows unless a car window, but that's very unlikely. Considering it will all be strapped. And I don't know why, apparently we have to just all of a sudden get really bad FPS. And that's it. Seems to be whenever wonder if it's just not liking the fact that there's so much wood in a pile. Yeah, that seems to be what it was actually. So yeah, sorry if I aren't speaking a lot, it's because, well, obviously I'm having to concentrate a fair bit as well. There we go. Because it is quite difficult actually to get the grab around the piece of wood, because obviously pieces of wood are quite thin on this. And as well, this is some very thin bits of framing. But I think I'm gonna try and just get some away from the house and out next to the skip. Obviously, it is quite awkward to get the grab around, as I've said a billion times. But I think also grabs on FS just aren't great in general. Not model slot or anything, it is actually just FS physics. Also known as something that doesn't exist. Yeah, physics really are not giving this game. Anyways, that bit really does not want to come. I mean, it's getting closer. Well, actually, I've just noticed how long I've been recording. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the video here. That is quite an extremely long video. I do apologise about that. Get the blade down. Right. So hope you guys have all enjoyed today's video. I better turn that beacon off. Yes, yeah. As I said, hope you guys have all enjoyed today's video. And yeah, goodbye.